Alright, just testing the audio here. Make sure my mouse isn't in the thing now. Hang on, I just need to take off the headset for a minute. Testing the, need to up the audio here, I think. Sorry about that. Again, sorry about that, I just need to set the audio here. I think it's good so far. Again, I'm also checking on my phone. Hopefully I have it too far enough away from the mic on my headset here. Alright, looks normal. Anywho, let me just pull up my stream on my computer here. Hopefully it doesn't crash like last time. Or hopefully I don't get the blue screen of death like last time. Alright. I'll just minimize this. And there, that should be good. Also, sorry for the belated start to the stream. Yeah, there was stuff going on that was making probably a little too much noise, so I couldn't. Anywho, let's start this shiny hunt, shall we? We're just gonna shiny hunt in this field here. Any shiny will do at this point. Also, when I ended the last stream where I just continued the where I just continued the story and stuff in the game so that we could access to like easier ways of or easier modes of transportation. While level grinding, I decided, oh, let's go catch a Pidgey. Now Pidgeotto, but it's a fucking shiny. I randomly, while level grinding and thinking, oh, I need a flying type. Yeah. Anyway, we have one shiny. Alright. This is probably going to take a while, though. Honestly, any shiny will do at this point here. That was fast. I'd love a shiny Mankey, though. But in here we can also encounter... Ralts and stuff. And Sharmeko, I think. And that thing. Also, it's just the game audio here because I could not download. I could not find the. I did not have enough time to find the. God damn it! I did not have enough time to get the other stuff set up, and I kind of need to, at the moment anyway, make sure that stuff is okay. And running probably doesn't screw my computer over to the point where it decides to blue screen me. A Rattata. Fun fact, I may have had like Pokemon Yellow and stuff, but I've never gotten like a Pidgey to the third evolution. Never. this button. Also now I can't fast forward because then the audio will go weird. Or the music will go weird. And just in case, I do have some snacks. And I actually have a Red Bull at the ready. Red Bull because there wasn't any other option at that point. Or that store didn't have... only had one other one, and I absolutely don't like the other one. To the point where I refuse to name it. And I'm not a big fan of Red Bull to begin with. Oh, Qingling. Also, one reason why we also only have one Pokemon in the party, specifically only the shiny, is so that we don't trigger double battles. Oh, and just FYI, what I have as my background on my computer right now, conveniently, is the character's face is just conveniently just staring at me in between the window for the actual game and where I have my stream pulled up so that I can see the chat. Dang it. I mean, hey, we at least have one shiny. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Oh well. I mean, at the same time, this is kind of leveling up the Pidgeotto, I guess. Well, let's see how long this one's gonna take before we encounter a shiny. I mean, I might as well kill him, right? Leveling our shiny. Also, the Pidgey was green for some reason. Whoops, no. Yeah. Also, it's likely that we'll be really unlucky. Come on. Actually, let me check real quick. Yeah, of course my computer is going nuts. I mean, the odds would be really low, but it would have been incredibly funny, like the first Pokemon that I encountered. Dingling, shiny. Although then I could probably get the accusation, hey, you cheat, you have the shiny cheat on. Which, actually I know it's a cheat that you can activate or input into the emulator, which essentially forces all encounters to be shiny. But, nah. I actually don't know the cheat for that anyway, and that would be the point of actually doing shiny hunting. Hey, and our first Ralts encounter. Sadly though, not shiny. Would be nice if we encountered the shiny variant for Ralts. Whoops, accidentally pressed the wrong button there. Yeah, honestly, this Pidgeot is getting fuck all in terms of XP here. Because if I were to if I were to press the fast forward button, the music would go like this. See what I mean? Not nice to listen to. Also, yes, I have a crap ton of Pokeballs, and on me, I think a couple of Great Balls and one Luxury Ball from somewhere. Tackle. I think then if I were to shiny hunt a specific Pokemon, it probably would next be a Vulpix actually. Also, after I ended that last stream that I did for Moemon, where I just went further ahead into the story, I did end up finding a Pokecache, which, funny enough, we just didn't talk to the NPC all the way in the corner in the restaurant. And yeah, I encountered 2 more wild Eevees. So yeah. Now I can get essentially 2 more evolutions. Doing the shiny hunt and not getting a thing. Yeah, boy. Whoops, wrong button. I hope we don't get this as a shiny though. Yay, another encounter. I set 1 foot. I moved like my character. I turned around my character and I immediately encounter. Since this is a ROM hack, I wonder if they introduce the other method for shiny hunting, like comboing, repeatedly defeating one particular Pokemon to increase the amount of times that you get them. And the more you defeat of them, the more likely it is that you get a shiny of that up to a certain point. which it would be nice if they had did that, but I doubt they did. Hey, buddy. Well, here goes nothing. Hang on, I needed to move something on the tab that I have my chat pulled up on. Any shiny will do at this point. Honestly, I have no specifics. We just need to find a shiny here. At least I know that now that I have only one Pokemon in the party, I don't trigger the double battles. At what level does Pidgeotto actually evolve? Eh. Don't ask why the audio keeps going weird there. I don't know. Funny enough, that's the first Sparrow encounter. Hang on. Guess my computer's just going nuts. Just FYI, if the stream suddenly ends, that's very likely that my computer decided to blue screen me again. And yes, that shiny was legitimately obtained. It's just that it happened after I did that stream for advancing in the actual game a bit. Because listening to this is oh so nice. I actually remember back when I played a lot of Pokemon Blue and Yellow on the Game Boy Color. I used to... The moment I got to this part of the game, I just immediately tried to get a Mankey. Simply because at the time, Mankey was my favorite Pokemon. Still is, actually. Other than the obvious choices. I think at one point I even had like a full party of nothing but Mankey. loads of encounters. Did I mention that this is at full odds and no shiny charm? It would be nice that it slightly increases the odds or increases the chance the more shinies you actually have, you know? You know what? Let's try it. The if defeating will actually increase the likelihood of encountering a shiny for that one. So yeah, anywhere else we encounter gets tackled. And the rest is just run away. Alright. I think this is like like a very low chance encounter rate, by the way, for Chingling. Wonder what I should actually do while I'm doing this. I like to keep myself awake, you know? Other than clearly talking to myself. I missed the nice music already, I know. I'm missing the nice music too, already. Uh, Likely we're not gonna get a shiny at all, but it's whatever. It's how long can you stomach the default music in the game? Ah well. Nothing much to talk about either, actually. I have a new mouse, that's about it. And that was randomly my phone. Hey, second Spiro encounter. Honestly, I don't think I'm built for shiny hunting here. Simply because I'm already starting to get exhausted, but that probably has to do with the fact that I haven't been sleeping properly for the past couple of days. Mainly due to the fact that those 3 code vein streams that I did ended up with me only going to sleep at around 3 o'clock in the morning. Again, I have insomnia. And that's mainly me deciding to go to bed, not that I'm sleepy or anything. Which does suck. I think like somewhere next week I'll just try and take medication to fall asleep easier and then just doze off. Like that, so that I actually have like a proper night's rest and stuff. On that day I'll probably make a video as well. Or for that day. So I can just have a nice long sleep. Not the permanent one, mind you. Don't let me get a shiny hip up. Or hip or whatever. Any other shiny except that one. Well, I moved a few blocks there at least. I did say I have like a Red Bull ready, but in case I do need it. But with energy drinks, for some reason, they just really put me to sleep. But yeah, I decided to stream something else today because for the past 3 days I've been streaming Code Vein 2. And I do like the game, and I will continue streaming that until I am through the game. But yeah, just why not? It's a game that I've been waiting for like a while, so hence why I streamed it 3 days in a row. It's annoying that it's not really, hey, that it's linear to where you need to go there and you have like a few different paths you can go, and they almost always make sure that you get there. But in Code Vein 2, since it's open world, yeah, good luck with the quest markers. Good luck trying to find your way. But it's still a fun game though. So far. And I definitely plan on getting the 100% for that for Code Vein 2 as well. Because I've already seen that I'd need to do 3 playthroughs in total to get the 3 endings. I bet you it's, oh yeah, save all the heroes. Oh, save one of the heroes and don't save like a couple, or don't save any of them at all and then just complete the game. That's probably the same way as it is in the original, like, hey, save at least one, don't save any, or save all. You know? Let's just hope they don't have a bullshit 4th ending. In this first playthrough, I just plan on doing every little side quest so that I have all that out of the way. Because, oh boy. It'd be a pain if it turns out, oh yeah, to get this and this and this trophy, you need to do all the side quests. Because I bet you revealing the entire map is one of the trophies. I just specifically looked at how many ending related trophies there are. Oh, whoops, wrong button. Pressed the Windows button by mistake there. Yeah, like, I definitely want to try and save Juice, or what I like to say as a joke, because story-wise she did kind of force us to do so. My wife. I want to save the wife in there. I actually do hope that if you go up to a certain point, you actually do get the weapons that they used. Because that was a thing in Code Vein as well, or in the first game, where you can just get their friendship up, and once you had like 50 points, you could trade 50 points in for their weapon. Because I definitely want to do that with the I definitely would want to get the great sword for goddammit, for Juzo, aka for the lolly. Not really for any of the other ones, but I just want to get the that one specifically. I like the look of it, and it looks to be a great sword, so or at least the big bonking weapon. Also, randomly while exploring the island, or while exploring Magmel Island, I found a random shopkeep and they were selling the 2 default starting weapons in Code Vein, or in the first game. The Pipe of Thraldom and stuff, so that was just funny. Also, yes, the Pipe of Thraldom, as you would expect, is a pipe. Just a random metal pipe. Fuck all damage, but it's still funny. But yeah, I'm at least very happy that so far I'm enjoying Code Vein 2. And in the case of Moemon here, It's nice to know that you don't trigger the random double battles if you just have one Pokemon in the party. Because the double battles were annoying. It's been a while since we encountered a Ralts, huh? Uh, I think I should open that Red Bull. Speaking of Ralts, tackling or opening a Red Bull. Ah, so close. Eh. Oh god. Ah. I think it's because I didn't have a Red Bull for like years, but god damn do they taste bad. Again, last it was essentially the only choice I had for an energy drink. For today anyway. Honestly, I am curious as to how some of the sprites will look in shiny form with some of the Pokemon, like Mankey for example. And yeah, I'd just like to see what they did with the shiny forms for Moemon here. Because I don't know the default color for Pidgeot, but the Pidgey was lime green. I know Ralts is supposed to, instead of the green being there, the green stuff is just blue. Hey, at least our Pidgeot is level 20. Lol. Grew to level 20. Again, I don't know at what level Pidgeot evolves. But I doubt we get, while only fighting level 5 Pokemon, that we'll get there. Or that I think we're not going to get there with like this one stream and just only fighting level 5 Pokemon, you know? Uh, come on. I mean, hey, it's only like 40 minutes in, so I'd be lucky if we encountered one that early in. Well, fighting Ralts does, for some reason, give us a higher likelihood of encountering it. So yeah, Red Bull was a bad idea. For some reason, drinking energy drinks for me is like immediate power overload or energy overload, and I just immediately have an energy crash. Or I start having energy crashes really quickly. It's like I have a small spike in energy and just immediately it does a nosedive. Also, I don't really like the taste of Red Bull. Ah. Luckily, I do have some normal water with me here too. I think I might. Hang on. Yeah, I think I might need to turn off the ability to see chat here, since that's like an internet window that I have open. Because for some reason the OBS window for chat doesn't want to open. Like any other unnecessary programs, I literally have turned off. Especially Discord. Oh boy. So yeah, sorry if you guys can hear my computer going mad in the background. Actually, I'm wondering what the shiny colors are for Poochyena. Whoops, didn't mean to do that. Ah well. It's XP, so whatever. And we don't really care what Pokemon we get a shiny version of. But yeah, I'm probably once I'm done with this stream, I'm either gonna watch a little bit of anime and I'm probably gonna watch a little bit of anime and then maybe do some grinding in Arknights or, well, Code Vein 2, and at least in the areas that I have revealed. And do some of the other side stuff other than Jose's quest related requests. I can currently only do one of those, but still I can do the others. Because I kind of want to do the rest of the reactions for Jose when you actually hand in the items that she wants. I kind of want to do those on stream, and I think that's what I have to do to be able to quote-unquote save her. We're probably still gonna have to fight a powered-up version of the boss we fought of her boss form, probably not blind either. And those boss fights are a lot tougher, as we saw in yesterday's stream. Like, we did the first normal fight against one guy. We did the first boss version of the boss fight against him in one try. And then immediately the powered up version, essentially, we just did that easily. I did mention like the second one. Yeah, we're gonna get our asses handed to us. Which, uh, still a fun fight though. Also, me grinding in Code Vein, or the grinding that I'll do in Code Vein is mostly getting used to being able to use that secondary weapon and to get used to the way you fight with that. It does suck though that to be able to equip a secondary weapon you need to upgrade your jail to level 11. Which is already pretty far into the game. Well, which is pretty far into the game. I would be surprised if it turns out, oh yeah, you're already almost through the entire game. That would suck, because then it would make it, oh yeah, it's open world and blah blah blah, and really quick to finish. That one would suck. But so far I'm enjoying the story, so personally, I don't give a shit, really. Don't let this thing be shiny. I'd hate to get finally get a shiny and that it's one of the hop hips things here, because that just makes them green. It'd be nice if we actually got a shiny Ralts, but I'm here just happy with pretty much anything except that hip up or hop hip. But hey, at least for the entire for this entire save file, we at least have one shiny. But yeah, as I mentioned before, if this stream all of a sudden ends, I'm probably not going to restart the stream or anything, but that just means that I got a blue screen again. Same as the last time I did a shiny hunt. It suddenly ends, yeah, blue screen. But yeah, I'm happy with the new mouse that I got earlier today as well. I also only noticed once I actually was driving back with it that yeah, it has those color lights in it, which I don't really care. I don't really care about it, but I just find it incredibly unnecessary. Those lights. Because I think that, probably not by much, but I think I think they'll probably like increase the amount of electricity that you're using though. Also, we need to defeat the. If I now stream Moemon to continue the story, we need to defeat that gym leader so we can actually use Fly. And we have a perfect candidate to teach it to. Actually, let me move that real quick so I can kind of hear if something's going on with my computer. And I can hear how loud I'm talking to myself. Anyway. Yeah, I don't have much to talk about. Would be nice if later on, not like right now, but later on I get actually people saying stuff in chat. Or at least saying stuff. Yeah, it's whatever, honestly. Yeah, boy. Actually, I think there will be a point later, like in the stream as well, where I'll just end it. Because I did have to start the stream a bit late and stuff. And obviously, I have other stuff that I want to do too, so. But I do plan on making this a normal length stream. Even if we don't end up getting a shiny. I'm just doing it for the lulz at this point. And to, if we do get a shiny, to be able to make a short. Hey look, I got this shiny in Moemon. Which kind of makes it to where it does kind of suck that I got that Pidgey off stream. Or got this shiny here off stream, because yeah, just walking normally, not running. There was, I think, this one trick you could do with Repel, but I don't have the cash in the game to buy Repel. I spent it all on Pokeballs. Quite literally. I took one step. I took one step and the game said, here, have a Pidgeotto. Oh, one at level 6 actually. Most of the time in here they're level 5. But yeah, I wonder if you can somewhere actually encounter the actual starters. I do know somewhere, because I looked up at where what spawns. Apparently somewhere you can encounter an Ivysaur. It's just like really low encounter rate. And I specifically looked for Moemon Fire Red for that. Wouldn't be surprised if like you can encounter the actual starters that you could pick from at the start of the game, like in the late game area, you know, or in the final leg of the game essentially. But yeah, I'm not gonna do a shiny on so much. It's just that I thought it might be a nice thing to try. To be fair though, I do prefer to either play the game normally or essentially stream something else, you know? Because I was actually debating on making either a video today or streaming something. Because honestly, I really wanted to stream Code Vein 2 again. It's just that I also thought, yeah, 4 days in a row might be a bit too much. Also, apparently in Code Vein 2, there's a trophy where you have to visit all hot spring locations. Like, why? I mean, hey, it beats having a multiplayer related trophy. Because that was a pain getting those marks of honor in the first game. Simply because the multiplayer for the game was dead, and the only way you can get them is by farming specific mobs in the actual normal game, or essentially doing the trial towers, which were also a lot of bullshit. Oops, wrong button. I think I might turn off the window here for the internet. Because I don't like encountering shinies when for example, if I want to make those shorts. I don't like encountering them when I don't have any recording software running because of that. But yeah, shiny hunting does take a while. So kudos to the guy who got every single Pokemon in shiny form. Again, I would normally like fast forward, but the music for the game will go weird if I do that. Ugh. Red Bull may give you wings, but god damn is it disgusting. Well, at least for me. Yeah, I just finished the can of Red Bull there. Huh. Like, the only way, or, well, not the only way, but the only reason I can think of why my computer acts up specifically when I'm trying to stream from my computer is that essentially OBS is running, because I don't have this issue at all, or the stuttering issue, when I'm just playing the game by myself for fun. Again, my computer is essentially a potato. I'm actually wondering, because I did stream a while back. I did stream like stuff like the that SAO Fractured Daydream and stuff. I wonder how long, if not already, the it's gonna take before like the entire game just dies off. Because I was actually one of those people affected with that one DLC bug that they had on the PlayStation Store, where if you bought the DLC, somehow on release day you just didn't have it, even though you literally paid for it to have it and stuff. And essentially the glitch was something like, oh yeah, because you or because you got it, you had like this emote essentially. Well, not emote, but like an image that pops up when you like win a fight and stuff, or win a raid or whatever, or that you could just spam at the end when you finish with other players and stuff. Essentially, you had one of those already when you got the pass for the DLC, and essentially that apparently was causing the thing to happen. And for like a good long while, I think it was like 2 to 3 weeks. I don't really remember, but it did take like several days before they actually fixed that issue. And at the very least, people who bought the DLC separately, they actually did refund people that already like owned the pass and saw like, oh, they bought the DLC again so they can play those characters. The main reason why I know that is because I'm one of those people who re-bought the DLC separately. And then suddenly, like, one day I couldn't play it, and the next day I had, like, 15 euros back in my wallet. And I could play the character still. Oh boy. I actually do feel like pulling up the chat again, but I doubt anyone said anything. Yeah, after this encounter, I'll pull that back up. There is actually one game that I actually still have installed on my computer here, called Cosmic Break. And the main it's not like super high-end graphics, and it's like a well, it's essentially a shooter. I just really like the fact that you can customize the skin textures in game for the characters that you have, which is nice. And you can also just make very interesting stuff from what I've seen. Because I've seen one person who essentially made their character. It's like a girl in a mech suit, obviously. That's what they are all supposed to look like. Like those that look more human anyway. But yeah, that one player essentially made it look like the character was tied up in a very specific way. And I just thought, like, all right. Meanwhile, you have me just making the characters look extremely creepy or off-putting. Alright, I wanted to pull that up. Hang on, we're gonna be stuck on this window for a sec while I open the YouTube. And my computer's immediately going nuts. Well, that's YouTube for you. Alright, now I can see chat again. I am concerned about my computer here, though. I'm playing Moemon Fire Red. It's a ROM hack of a... this Pidgeot of mine is shiny. But we're playing a ROM hack of Pokemon Fire Red, where they essentially made the Pokemon into anime girls. Because why not? And some do look interesting. And my brain immediately is like, oh right, you're wondering what happened to the Pokemon, why they look like that and stuff. Actually, one way to put it is essentially you can just say, oh yeah, we're catching cosplayers. I mean, come on, how else would you put it? Other than the illegal way. And we're just trying to find another shiny here. It's probably gonna take a while because this is full odds, and I think the shiny odds are like 1 in 8,000 something. I mean, you can just Google what the shiny odds are for Pokemon Fire Red, or, well, in this case, Moemon Fire Red. Mega Fire Red, actually. Is this with this ROM hack, they actually added in Pokemon that normally aren't at all into, yeah, cosplayers with powers. But, yeah, essentially, like, that's just, oh. Oh shit. That might be bad for my computer. Ugh. Yeah, I think my computer is about to crash here. Like, for some reason, streaming from my computer is not going well. Just in case. So again, if the stream suddenly cuts out, my computer blue screened me. And essentially my computer is allegedly a gaming computer, but it's one of the older ones, so yeah, well, it's not top of the line essentially. But yeah, like some of the sprites do look interesting. And honestly, shiny hunting isn't really for everyone. I just want to get another shiny, essentially. I try to get another shiny anyway. I think that's the 4th Sparrow encounter during the entire stream so far. And some of the evolutions do look nice with what they did with the sprites. For example, you can in Diglett Cave you can encounter Slugma, which for some reason in the sprite's hair it's holding a Pokemon egg for some reason. And also an interesting one is the one that we had for not Fampi, but its evolution, because we had a trainer who used that, and holy shit, that sprite. And they actually made it to where in certain caves you can actually encounter fossil Pokemon. Or depending on what cave you encounter is different kind of fossil Pokemon and stuff. Like in Moon Cave you can encounter Tyrantrum. Whoops, didn't mean to tackle. Yeah, well, more XP. But, or Tyrunt you can encounter, but that's a nice touch and all. Well, we'll see how it goes, honestly. I'm probably not gonna shiny hunt too much, though. Because, having to listen to the Pokemon music for hours on end, not exactly great. And to be fair, there are other games that I'd rather be streaming. But tomorrow I'm probably just gonna make a video or something. Or I still end up streaming, I don't know honestly, because I don't have a really set schedule. And I do prefer streaming over making videos. It is my hope actually that we encounter a shiny Ralts. Reasons. Obvious reasons. And so far I have not been spoiled yet as to how the sprite for Gardevoir looks in this game. Also, fun fact, if I remember correctly, the nature for my one shiny Pokemon here is lonely. It's so lonely, so very lonely, and I can't seem to save my life. It's a good thing you guys can't see what sort of folders I actually have on my desktop, because I literally have, apparently I have a folder, it's probably that one Dark Magician Girl model for MMD. It starts with NSFW. I mean, to be fair, I also have a folder on my desktop that literally just says hentai. Anyway. Hey, I'm a gooner. What do you want? Honestly, it's pretty tame stuff in there. And nothing illegal. And no, I won't open that folder to prove it. I won't open that folder for obvious reasons. Mainly screenshots that I made with like some of the NSFW models are in there. And it's mostly filled with like random junk and stuff, or notes. But that's about it. Yeah, we'll see how this goes, honestly. I don't really care if we do get a shiny or not. I mean, we already have one, but I mean, like for the stream today, I don't really mind if we do not get a shiny. It would just be nice to have another shiny Pokemon, you know? Because I'm probably not going to shiny hunt every Pokemon. I'm most likely just going to finish playing through the game, and then just that's it for in terms of me streaming it. Unless you guys actually want me to do shiny hunting in it more after that anyway. But it's nice that they actually added like the shiny forms in here too. Imagine you're playing Moemon, you encounter a shiny and it just looks like a normal Pokemon. Or like the normal sprite. I definitely should train up the Pidgeot, but I first want to know at what level it evolves again. Probably at a much higher level, actually, since I've never actually gotten it, so. could also, before I end, if I can end the stream normally, I could also just go and evolve those other two EVs that I have. I think I do have a fire and water stone. Man. Figures. I am just constantly eyeing my computer, by the way, like, come on, don't die on me. Because it's only when I'm actually trying to, specifically when I'm trying to stream Moemon that it does this. Because if I stream like Uma Musume Pretty Derby from my computer, say okay. But then again, I do refer to my PC as a potato, so just imagine a potato with a lot of computer cables forced in there. At some point, or at least at one point, I was also considering like streaming, doing like making an animation in MMD, but yeah, no, that would be like several hours worth of stream there. It's been a while since we encountered one of these, though. Again, I think this one in particular has like a very low encounter rate. After this encounter, I'm actually gonna check if I have or what evolution stones I actually have, because I do know I think I have a fire stone. Well, moonstone, but we already have an Umbreon. Yeah, here I have a water stone, so that's a Vaporeon, and a Firestone. Nice, so Flareon and Vaporeon. The one Eevee you get for free, I just turned it into an Umbreon, essentially. And I do plan on getting all the evolutions in the game. But yeah, if I'm gonna try and shiny hunt a specific Pokemon next time, it would be probably Vulpix. Honestly, I wish I had a Thunderstone. But hey, can't have everything. It would be nice if it was shiny at least. Tackle it. It's taken so long. But that's what shiny hunting is essentially. Just a lot of wasting time. Especially if you're just talking to yourself like I am. I'm probably after this stream also gonna look up when the Pidgeot actually evolves. It would be nice if we, for example, encountered Chingling, which has a really low encounter rate, and it was shiny essentially. 'Cause that would be nice. A low encounter Pokemon and just, oh yeah, here, have a shiny. I'd still love to find out where you can actually encounter Skarmory in Moemon Mega Fire Red. Because we saw some trainers using them, and the sprite just looks like a kind of reminds you of Urza Scarlet from Fairy Tail. Essentially a knight in armor that can fly. No shiny yet, other than the one we already have. I also kind of find it funny with like those, with like that speed running thing or website where you can look up speed runs and what the fastest time is so far that someone has like completed certain games. And the moment I find it funny, the moment you put, at least for me, the moment you put in the filters that no abuse of glitches or cheats, obviously, because obviously it wouldn't be a speedrun if you cheated your way there. But the moment you actually make it to where it's to where you say that wasn't abusing glitches, nothing pops up for any game, at least for me. Like literally nothing pops up. Meaning almost all speed, it would mean that almost all the speed runs were done using glitches. Because there was because when I tried doing that speed run for like Stellar Blade, it's just like, come on, how the hell does someone beat the game in 2 hours? Legitimately. Because that's why I actually looked up what the speed run for. After I did that stream, I actually looked up the speed run for the game for Stellar Blade, and it's like, oh yeah, 2 hours. You put in no glitches, nothing. It's like speedrunners don't want to do a speed run if they have to play the game legitimately. At least those that submitted to that website. But to be fair, speedrunning isn't really my thing either, so it's whatever. And also to each their own, obviously. only a few steps. Well, we've at least been streaming for more than an hour at this point, but not really something for shiny hunting, you know. I am subscribed to someone who does a lot of shiny hunting, and he's just there 6 hours for about 6 hours, and obviously he has access to the shiny charm. Probably. I don't really bother asking him though, but yeah, he's like doing that in more modern games and stuff. So there are other ways of getting the shiny. At this point, any shiny will do. Watch me walk into Viridian Forest and just immediately encountering a shiny there after the stream. Funny enough, my Pidgeotto also has the ability where essentially its defense can't be lowered. And that's the stream disconnecting and reconnecting. Thank you, OBS. Meaning I should probably end the stream in a minute. Simply because I don't want my computer to overheat or whatever. It would be nice if we actually encountered a shiny before then. Again, I would love it if we encountered a shiny Ralts here, but I'm just happy with any shiny. As long as it's not that Hoppip thing. Honestly, shiny Rattata I'd be happy with too. Yep. But yeah, I'm hoping to get like maybe a shiny Mankey or something. I wonder if you can actually get Annihilate in this ROM hack. Probably not. Damn it, it didn't have the sparkle at the end. yeah, to prevent my computer from overheating, I should probably end this stream later in like 20 minutes or so. Again, I did start this stream late as well, but couldn't do it any other way, honestly, today. Or it couldn't be avoided. Damn it. Also in Synduality's Echoes of Ada, I'm like one level away from getting those short shorts for the Magus to wear. And I don't think I'll continue playing that game much once I've done the battle pass. Or once I got the final reward there. Because, yeah, sure, the game is fun. It's just that unconsensual PvP aspect of it is just like... Essentially, you do the PvP in that game to be a dick. Because you just essentially ruin the fun or ruin what little fun people have of the game. And the bounty you get after killing a couple of players isn't really worth fighting you. Also, like, most of the quote-unquote PvPers are like higher level or much further into the game, well, essentially much higher grade players who have like more powerful gear, and they go into the lower level areas just to screw over other players. And aside from one encounter with a bounty target that I had, they almost always fucking chase you down. And they, for some reason, also do a fuck ton of damage. Like, when they hit you, they almost always do like nearly your full par of HP and damage. It could also be that it's just a hacker or something. But again, as long as you take out insurance, it's like whatever. But it's also no longer getting all that fun because the missions that the game gives you itself aren't really all that doable. Like, sure, they added the thing where you get missions from the hive that you can do like during the sortie, and yeah, the majority of them are still in the area where you only have like an hour or so to play in that area, and then it's gonna be locked for a while, for like 2 to 3 hours I think, and then you get the raid, and then it's again locked for a while. It's like, come on. Like, the majority of those hive missions that I get are, oh yeah, do this specifically in the Molten Dunes. Oh, do this specifically in the Molten Dunes. At least in the Molten Dunes, PvP is turned off, but come on, that area is way too fucking difficult to do the majority of those challenges. And to be fair, I only have 2 trophies left in that game anyway to get. I might stream actually getting that one trophy where I have to get all the audio logs, or all the file logs essentially. Because that is just facing NPCs and stuff. And the only other trophy other than that I still need to get in that game is just use your mega skill 1,000 times. And so that's just, oh yeah, you just use it the moment you get it. Which is what I'm doing right now with the getting levels in the battle pass anyway, because every time you use the mega skill, that's 20 points in XP. Come on, be shiny. Nope. Yeah, not shiny. Would have been nice. But yeah, shinies are rare to encounter at full odds. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna keep this Pidgeot in the party for a while. Simply because I'm gonna teach it fly once we can use it. That was quick. I actually wonder if my buddy Twisted is gonna stream at some point again, because he's been sick recently, so he was recovering from that, or still kind of is. But we'll see, honestly. Would be nice if he goes live again at some point. Yeah, maybe I should just flat out ask him, like, hey, when are you gonna be streaming again? Because for some reason I've also been getting several of his shorts recently of Poppy playtime. And no, I'm not gonna play that because not my thing. It's not really my thing, honestly. Come on, shiny. Sadly, no. Imagine a shiny Rattata. Finally getting a shiny. Oh yeah, here, have a Rattata. But yeah, being able to use fly would be nice. It would make it a lot easier to get around, you know? Dun, dun, dun. Oh boy. Oh, thank God this one isn't shiny. Yeah, this one I do not want the shiny version of. I don't like that Pokemon to begin with. I actually should get to the point where I can catch a Haunt or a Ghastly, but we've already kind of been spoiled to how Gengar looks thanks to random trainers just saying, oh yeah, here, look at my Gengar. Which was, for some reason in this game, in a maid outfit. Yeah, another shiny would honestly just be nice. Not really necessary, but hey. I actually do want to catch an Inkata as well, because why not? Again, for that I need to go into Viridian Forest. You're shiny. Yeah, well. Oh boy. Honestly, in my opinion, yeah, I'm not really one for shiny hunting because, ugh, this is boring. Well, if I do it myself anyway, without being able to annoy someone. Or without them, like, actually talking and stuff. And it's not a shiny Ralts, but it's still a Ralts. But yeah, like, honestly, shiny hunting isn't really for me. So yeah, next time I'm gonna be streaming Moemon, it's probably gonna just be doing the advancing through the story and stuff. 8 more minutes and then I'm gonna end the stream just in case, so that my computer doesn't overheat either. Probably not gonna encounter any shinies, so before I actually end the stream, we'll just evolve the 2 EVs that I have in my PC into Flareon and Vaporeon. Simply because why not? You know, maybe I should try and catch a Chingling. Just cause, why not? Alright. Honestly, I would love to get a shiny Mankey here. But, you know. I'm probably also just gonna level up. If I am gonna stream this the next time I do stream Moemon, I'm probably just gonna have a full team of like fully evolved Moemon or Pokemon in the party and at a higher level. Simply because why not? It'd be funny doing like an entire run where, oh yeah, they're all Shrider. I've actually recently been rewatching the that time I got reincarnated as a sword. Kinda just felt like it. And unlike other people, I'm actually enjoying the that one anime with the incredibly long name, where essentially level 9,999 is part of the title. I'm actually enjoying that because, in all honesty, if anything, the way they actually show the elves in that would be the typical D&D player that plays the elf and is kind of a douche. Or the aka the Reddit mod playing an elf. Wouldn't be surprised if they also played an elf bard. I mean, come on, it's bard. And I feel like I should change the, or I should, the next video I make is probably gonna be VTuber reading of the Monster Girl Encyclopedia again. Cause why not? And the other videos that I made with like the secret story in Bleach Rebirth of Souls, it's like barely getting any views. Those are barely getting any views to begin with. And to be fair, I do hate it that you have to get quote unquote traction. You now need to just upload a crap ton of shorts every day to make yourself get noticed by as many people as possible. Alright, 2 more minutes. I took one step. Honestly, I hope you guys don't mind, but to speed up the thing here, for this last minute, you know. Squeeze out several encounters here. I'm probably gonna try and do this method, what I'm trying to do with the combos here, even though it's probably not part of the game, but probably gonna do that with a Mankey. Since they're a more frequent encounter. I mean, hey, could work, could not. Alright, let's say I'm gonna do 10 more encounters and then I'm just gonna evolve those Eevees and end this stream. Starting now, of course. Because again, I don't want my computer to overheat here. Honestly, a shiny sparrow would be nice too. But then again, I already have a shiny flying type here to use in the party, so I immediately lost track of how many we were at. Ah well, couple more encounters only. I think after this next one, or the one after this, it's like 5 more, I think. I mean, if we encounter a Chingling, we're probably just going to catch that too. It's another Rattata. Ding, ding, ding. I also definitely want to try and catch an Abra. I mean, you can get it from the casino as well, but I actually plan on getting enough points for by the next time that I stream the game or stream Moemon to continue the story. I actually do plan on getting like enough of the cash together or of the casino coins together to buy a Dratini from there. Simply because, why not? It's a Dratini. I actually should look what other Pokemon you can get there other than Abra and Dratini, obviously. But hey. Also, apparently Abra is the easiest to shiny hunt by just buying a crap ton of Abra from the casino thing, and then just none of them were shiny. Just reload the save from before you bought all of them. I realize I've had more than 10 encounters at this point. I just want to encounter one more Ralts, alright? Or see if we can encounter a Chingling and catch it. Alright, so I'll evolve the EVs, those two EVs that I have in my PC or I'll evolve those if we encounter either a Chingling or another Ralts. Or obviously a shiny, but hey. A Chingling that has, I think, a 1% encounter rate is more likely. Funny enough, I think if I'm gonna stream this, if I would stream another playthrough of this, I'd probably just for fun activate the shiny cheat, so that they're all gonna be shiny. Or that every encounter is gonna be a shiny one. Come on. Or something. Give me a Ralts or a Chingling. Ooh, or a shiny. That would be nice. But hey, the game isn't gonna do that though. Imagine getting a shiny Sunkern. At some point I should actually catch one to get the to get the full evolution line, or to evolve it, to see the evolve Sunflora sprite. Come on. The rods are chingling. And I'm encountering a lot of Mankey. Hey, I mean, could be that we get the trigger for a shiny with a Mankey, which I'd be happy to get. But with my luck, it's probably going to end up being a random shiny encounter off stream. Because that's what happened with getting this shiny that I'm currently using. Honestly, maybe I should just focus on evolving the Pokemon. And save like certain specific evolutions for doing them on stream, you know? At this point. Well, there we have a Ralts encounter. So I'm gonna evolve the Eevees. Time to evolve some Eevees. Alright, here's... this is the Umbreon, by the way. Regular Eevee. Withdraw. And withdraw. I do still need to rename this one because I have the perfect name for this guy. And yes, they were forcibly male. Anyway, positioning myself here. Bag. First, let's do the Firestone on this level 15 Eevee. And we'll watch it evolve into a Flareon. And now to the Water Stone, that is a little bit here. And give that to the level 17 Eevee. Yes, very compatible. Oh, it immediately learned a new move. It actually knew a fairy type move. Yeah, sand attack. So now I have a Umbreon, Vaporeon, and Flareon. I should actually catch a male Eevee and just maybe do some breeding. Because apparently you can actually breed in the game. Wrong one. Deposit. So this will most likely be the only shiny in this entire playthrough. And now I go to withdraw here. Yeah, we can remove it. I actually do feel like leveling up several of these Pokemon here. Also, this is the regular Pidgey. I only realized after I caught the shiny that I already had a Pidgey sitting in here. So yeah, this is the Mightyena. For some reason, Bayleaf made essentially Chikorita evolved and it made her French. Our Pikachu. This one fossil Pokemon. Flareon, obviously. Ariados. Mawile. Clefable. This fossil Pokemon. Clefairy, which I randomly encountered. Because apparently the baby forms are 1% low encounter chance. Or 1 Grimer. Yeah, Mankey, Totodile. Umbreon. But we wanted to go here because most of our main party is in here. Like our Blastoise, which likes to bite off heads. Our Grovyle, which slowly is resembling more of a ninja. Our Curlia, this one that I've been trying to level for the one boss fight, or for that one gym. And just randomly our Tyrant. So yeah, with that said, hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll end it here simply because I don't want my computer to overheat here. And because frankly I'm not one built for shiny hunting. Anyway, again, hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like for the boredom. And I'll see you guys in the next video or stream of whatever I'll be making and or streaming. So yeah.